What is up, guys? Welcome back to Clayton's BWS build. Today we'll be doing the topping.
You are an amazing ball of light, circling this heart you set alight.
So let's recap the build so far. In the previous video, we removed the Technigas exhaust and fitted the powder-coated wheels. If you haven't watched that video, it will be linked in the pop-up above. But today, we'll be fitting the 125cc Malossi Big Bore kit, the VL14 reed block, and the Malossi 22mm carb. And then, in the next video, we'll be installing the Malossi primary gears, Malossi secondary slide and sheave, the Malossi Delta clutch, and our very own Urban Riders Performance exhaust pipe. This scoot belongs to Clayton from AutoVelvet. If you haven't already checked him out, his links will be down below. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Amazing ball of light, circling this heart you set alight.
Sweet. So we've stripped the whole thing down. And now we have access to the cylinder over here and the carburetor right over here, which will be putting on the 22mm.
Your eyes are filled with stars.
This is the standard carburetor. It's a Makuni 16mm. It's not a bad carburetor. The only thing you've got to remember with the BWS is you cannot do conventional carb modifications to them. The reason being is that the airbox and this carburetor and the intake are working all together. So if you make any modifications to the airbox, even if you take that snorkel out, which everybody thinks is a restrictor, it's not a restrictor, it actually speeds up the airflow. You're going to end up with problems. So don't fiddle with the intake, just put Malossi stuff on and it'll save yourself a whole lot of misery. Yeah, so let's have a quick look at the standard barrel and the Malossi kit. So we've got two of them together here. First thing you can notice is the size of the piston. So standard 52mm, the Malossi is 57.5, 101cc and 124cc. So let's have a look at the porting on these two cylinders. So the standard one, you've got 5 transfer ports, whereas on the Malossi you've got 6 transfers, 2 on the intake side, 2 on the transfers on each left and right, the same as the standard. On the exhaust, you'll see the exhausts are bigger, and the most noticeable would be on the inside. And if you can really have a look at it, let's see. Good stuff. Cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the rings on. Just something to note with two-stroke pistons is you have locating pins for the rings. The reason why you have this is you do not want the rings to rotate. The reason why you don't want them to rotate is because if they do, they'll expand and hook into the ports and then you'll break the rings. So let's go ahead and put these on.
You are an amazing ball of light, circling this heart you set alight.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to do the intake side. So we're going to fit the reed valve and we're going to fit the 22 mil carburetor. Okay, so this is the Malossi VL14. This is the top of the range of the Malossi reed valves. This is called the stacker. A lot of people think this is the restrictor. It has absolutely nothing to do with restrictions. It's actually a performance item that needs to be in the car and into the reed valve. What this does is, besides taking a square section and creating it more round, it's basically increasing the airflow through the reed valve. So what a reed valve is it's basically a one-way valve. It allows air to go one way and not the other way. So what you want to do is, the objective of this is to get the fuel mixture through this as fast as possible and not back again. And the way that works is with these reed petals, they will open and close probably thousands of times per millisecond. And that's the difference between the two. Okay, so this is the Malossi's Delauto carburetor. It's a PHVB 22 mil. As you can see, compared to the stock one, it's quite a monster change. You don't want to go too big with a carburetor. 22 mil is the optimum I would go. A lot of people want to stick to 24 mil on. The problem with the 24 mil is you start slowing the fuel mixture down that's going into the engine. So that's the compromise that you have to make. So there's always an optimum size of carburetor that you need to use.
You are an amazing ball of light, circling this heart you set alight. Open up, don't you know who you are? Electric, your eyes are filled with stars.
Right, so now that we've got the carb in and the cylinder on, we're now going to be doing a modification that they do on the airbox. Comes with the Malossi carb, so let's see how we do that.
Circling this heart you set alight. Open up, don't you know who you are? Electric, your eyes are filled with stars.
Cool guys, that's going to be it for today's video. We've put on the carburetor, we've got the cylinder back on. Next, we're going to be doing the whole drive system, so stay tuned for that.
Thanks guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know what you want to see next. Any details, put it in the comments below. We'll get back to you on that.
Stars.